Okay, yeah, this is going to be a bit bad. Okay, I'm going to have to be a bit careful here. Can I get out my crossbow? Have I reloaded? Nice. In the neck. No, no, no. No shots for you, sir. Oh, look at that guy. Look at that guy. He's hanging out. Hey, stop hanging around. No, no, no. Don't die. Don't die. No, 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 no. Okay, wait. Maybe I can dodge. Maybe I can dodge. They can't hit this. They can't hit this. I'm too fast. Too fast, not very furious. Hello and welcome back to the Ronin. And we are once again in a battle against the Batanians. Now bear in mind that this is a relatively small army in comparison to what we faced most of the time. They have about 600 units. I think they have 575 or something like that. And we have about 1,000. So we should pretty much have this in the bag, but this is very... Can you see the visibility? The visibility on this battlefield is extremely low. So it's kind of difficult to see who's enemy and who's not. I mean, obviously, it really very much helps that we have icons above our heads, of course. I mean, that really makes a huge difference, but nevertheless, the main reason why we're doing this is because this particular army was attempting to take Takor Castle, and of course, I want to try and prevent the Batanians from taking either of these fiefs in the area. If I can protect these and actually make it so that they do not get taken, that is going to be an overall massive boon for the Tetsujin, because it will then enable the Tetsujin to have a lot more freedom to do whatever they want to do, and that is going to then result in us being able to expand, us being able to consolidate our forces even further, and so on. Now, the main problem is that this army, obviously, as I've said, the size is alright, you know, it's about 600, so it's fine, you know, not too bad. I didn't check the composition because I basically just thought, okay, you know what, they've probably got a decent amount of high tier, and I don't know. There wasn't really much point in checking the composition because I was going to go in no matter what. You know, we have to choose a battle eventually, and I felt like choosing this battle was better than choosing the one with over 1,000 units, because the one army with over 1,000, they're going to besiege Balgard right now, and I'm not a big fan of that either, so I'm... Oh, I killed... Did I? No, I didn't. Yeah, someone actually let me know in the comments. I do appreciate that, by the way. That was very helpful. But generally, it shows a red skull up in the kill feed if you manage to kill a vassal. I killed her right there in the like personal kill feed, I guess you could call it. But unfortunately, it didn't show a red skull in the top right. So I don't think that has then resulted in a fatality for us right there, which would have been very nice, I gotta say. That would have been extremely lucrative for us. Being able to eliminate them through battle, that is pretty much the only way I'm going to be able to even eliminate vassals at this point, because I don't know whether I mentioned this to you. I think I did, but in a previous... Yeah, there's another one that didn't get killed. But yeah, in a previous episode, I was talking about how I was having technical problems in terms of stability with the game, and how whenever I would, you know, be in combat with people and maybe execute some of the additional clan leaders and things, that I would experience consistent crashes again and again. And I think it was due to my executions of those leaders and of other people as well. You know, if they were, you know, in the way, or if they had generally become kind of a nuisance, then I would, you know, just test things out a little bit by executing them. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, that did not happen in this timeline. That was a previous save, technically, because obviously I had crashes after that, so I had to roll back a whole bunch. But yeah, anyway. That's neither here nor there at the moment, but basically what I wanted to say is that executing people is not going to be something that we'll be able to do going forward, even though a lot of people in the comments did show support for it, and I do appreciate that, because I personally feel like until the developers give us an additional way to deal with enemy vassals in a more, shall we say, more permanent fashion, and I'm not just talking about executions here, I'm talking about you know, maybe improving the persuasion system or improving the ability to gain units to your own faction or something along those lines. Until something like that is done to improve those systems, we really can't do anything about it. We can't do anything about these vassals continuing to come back again and again. The only other thing that I could do is I could go into Bannerlord tweaks and I could stop prisoners from escaping too soon. But that's the funny thing. I actually do have that setting on, I believe, a month. I think it's on 30 in-game days at the moment, and it is still too short, I think. But that's the point. I don't want to make it... It's a bit of a weird thing, because I don't want to make it too easy. I don't want to make it into a situation where I'm basically just going to take all of them prisoner, and then they're going to be all in my prisoner's hold, and then there's no one on the battlefield to fight. So I don't really want to make it 60 days, I don't want to make it 90 or anything like that, but 30 seems a bit too short. And the default, you want to know what the default is for the base game? The default is 10 days or less. So, yeah, you can kind of imagine how quick they would come back if I didn't have Bannerlord tweaks installed. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the utter meat grinder that would turn into? Yeah, it would be actually kind of a shocking revelation right there. A shocking experience indeed. To say the least. But yeah. Anyway, until they do something about that, there's not much I can do except try to kill them in these manual battles. So that's what I'm going to try and do going forward. I might try to do a little bit more manual battling against smaller vassals, because if I can do that and maybe pinpoint strike at the enemy vassal themselves, I might be able to cause a fatality in a very low risk situation, because if I'm going up against someone that literally has about 100 units or 150 units or something like that, if I can even catch up to them at this point, because I have so many units in my army right now that I am moving quite slowly in comparison to some of these smaller parties. But nevertheless, it is going to be something that I will probably need to do. It will probably be a requirement, a necessity, to weaken the Botanians much more. And that's where it gets a little bit disappointing for me, because I personally feel like one of the greatest strengths of Mount and Blade is the ability for the player to choose what they want to do. Player freedom is an extremely large part of what makes the Mount and Blade franchise really cool, in my opinion. And I'm talking about Warband here, I'm talking about Bannerlord, but I feel like Bannerlord needs more of that. I feel like it needs more of it, because, okay, what can you choose? Okay, you choose your character. Yeah, okay. You choose your character build. Yes, okay. You choose what weapons you're using. You choose what troops you're using. You choose what weapons and armor and so on and so forth you're using. Yeah, that's great. That is what you would expect, right? But then you also need to be given a plethora of other options. And I'm talking about how you deal with opponents. For example, we right now have 2 options. Well, technically 3, right? Technically 3, but one of them isn't really working too well. So executions are obviously 1, and usually it works actually perfectly fine, but for some reason it's causing instability right now. Maybe there's some reason for that. I don't know why. But then, what else do we have? Well, we can take them prisoner. Of course, we're already taking them prisoner, but in the base game, as I've already said, they don't really get taken prisoner for long. And then the third option is persuading them to join you and having the ability to coerce them or bribe them over to your faction. And that's the only other option that you have. And unfortunately, as it stands right now in the current game state, that is almost impossible, because one, either they're in an army, or, well, I mean, they're in an army. If they're in an army, you can't speak to them. You can't go into the persuasion minigame. So you can't even do that. And then 2, they just don't care. So in other words, you're going to either have to have released every single person that you came across and try to improve your relation with those people as much as you possibly can, while simultaneously not interrupting them when they want to perform some kind of hostile act. So for example, you can't interrupt them when they're going to raid a village, because you're going to lose relation as a result of that. So it's a very weird, it's a really weird balance of things, because you're kind of prevented from actively fighting the opponent if you want to be, you know, persuading people a lot, but you're also kind of penalized for it at the same time, and it's a bit weird, really. I'm not entirely sure. Vizduna, what is she doing? Did you see that? that was really bad. I have no idea why she decided to do that. She literally went in. I mean, I don't really want to fight these guys if I can help it. I mean, there's 1,000 here. I don't really want to fight them, but should I? Should I actually go in and fight these guys? Maybe it would make sense. I mean, I don't know what their combat strength is like. Okay, let's go in and just see. Wow. That's actually kind of harsh. Oh. They engaged me at the last second? Yeah, okay. That's also something that I think is a bit annoying. Technically, the AI can make those split-second decisions, and then it can make them seem like they are the aggressors in the battle, when it is far from that. Because obviously you saw me, I literally engaged them first, and I personally feel like I should have the ability to now leave if I wanted to, because I'm the one that engaged upon them first. I clicked on them before they were, well, technically, you know, clicking on me, because they're obviously AI, so they don't click. But the point is, we're going to do this. Let's go in and see what we can do. This is, wow, this is extremely even. Wow, I'm actually kind of worried about this. I am kind of worried about this, especially considering we're doing this in the nighttime as well. I really did not want to do a nighttime battle, but I'm hopeful because it's in the snow, you might be able to see a little bit easier. I think you can probably see quite well here, actually. I think it is just a little bit further along than 50%. So I think we should have about 53% or 52% combat strength out of the total 100. So obviously, if you take it into, you know, percentages, then we are the favorites to win. So we'll see whether we can pull that off. I'm going to have to bring out my polearm here. I'm going to need the best skills that I can possibly bring to the table at this point. So I'm just going to try and be as much of a killing machine as I possibly can be. And I know that sounds kind of hilarious coming from me, because generally I tend to have a bit of an image, alright? I tend to have a bit of an image. You know what my image is? It's an image of an imbecile that falls off every single siege tower that there ever was, you know. That's generally what I tend to do quite often. Some of the time, though, that is literally just fun, and I don't really mind that happening. But when things get serious, oh yeah, that is when things change a little bit. All right, so here we go. Let's see if I can do a little bit of something here. They're going into my shield wall. I'm not entirely sure why they would do that. That's kind of interesting to me. Gonna try and take out these guys. Ah, no. I really want to take this guy down, but he's being annoying. He's being super annoying. Okay, there we go. There's a vassal. We need to kill that vassal. Wait, actually, what? Why are we murdering them so incredibly heavily? Oh yeah, nice. That was a nice kill. Unfortunately, she did not get killed. Actually, she just got taken out in the battle, and she is indeed wounded. So not much I can do about that. I've got to be super careful about these spearmen as well. Thankfully, we did put them into shield wall formation. So my infantry, as you can no doubt tell, is just an absolute steel wall, and they are hitting it with what look like paper bags. It seems like paper bags to me, because they're really not able to deal that much damage. And that is exactly the reason why getting into a prepared formation beforehand is really useful. Really, really useful. Especially considering we do have archers right behind. Unfortunately, we don't really have a great height advantage, so I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to try and modify things a little bit. My formation could definitely use a little bit of pizzazz. Oh, nice headshot right there. Alright, I'm going to tell my horsemen to charge in here, my horse archers specifically. And we're just going to do a little bit of extra damage on the outskirts here. That falxman can die, thank you very much. Ooh, got to be a bit careful here. Really don't want to die, thank you. Really don't want to die, thank you very much. think we're actually doing remarkably well. Oh, hello. Okay, this is bad. Yeah, this is actually pretty bad. This is when my archers will hopefully come into their own, and they might actually help us out to sort of beat back the cavalry. Because if my archers or crossbowmen can focus on their mounts, then they will just turn into, well, I don't know, more food for the masses in the front here. Basically, they're just going to absolutely get murdered in every single possible respect. These guys are running into this shield wall. That is, it is absolutely preposterous for them to think that they can break that. By the looks of things, it really is very difficult to break, and I'm super pleased about that. Actually, I was actually kind of, look at this. I was super worried when we first went in here, but now I'm feeling pretty good about it. Very nicely done. Very good. I didn't even have to do much, to be honest. I just had to put them in shield wall and then have our archers do some nice damage here and there. And I think I'm actually... Oh, you know what's also helping us, by the way? I don't know whether you noticed this, but the Batanians were actually the aggressors in this first initial battle. And they were the ones to kind of, shall we say, they attacked us first, pretty much. So because they did that on this battlefield, we have our reinforcement zone that much closer than they do. And that makes a huge difference. Okay, wait a minute. I'm actually wanting to get my horse archers to come back here because Chieko is actually one of my horse archers. And it seems like she might very well get herself killed. So I would like to get her out of the action because... Please don't crash. Ooh, did you see that? Okay, that was actually a bit close. I don't know why that actually happened. That was a bit weird. Wasn't it? Yes. That was a bit weird. Alright, well, they are retreating by the looks of things, so I will take that. We lost literally 7 people. Wow. That is literally just due to that shield wall. Only that shield wall. The enemy, wow, they actually gave up. I thought they were going to escape for a second, but okay. There's not much more I can do except just take them prisoner, I suppose. I mean, that's pretty much all I can do. And we'll just let the prisoners go to our friends here. I'm really pleased that we were able to do that. That means, you know what? That gives me a whole bunch more confidence in heading into these larger scale battles, because I tend to stay away from these things if I can, because most of the time, whenever I've done this in the past, it really hasn't resulted in anything good happening to us. And I thought, hey, that maybe this is going to happen again, you know, and then I'm going to have to build up all my armies. I'm going to have to get my companions all their troops back and every kind of other annoying, tedious thing that I'd have to do. But thankfully, no, I didn't have to do that this time. So I'm very pleased about that. Anyway, we've got Egan, who's rejoined us. He was one of my party members, if you recall, that I made into his own man, so to speak. So he was able to choose whatever he wanted to do. And we also had a woman on board as well. I can't remember what her name is now, unfortunately. But I also gave her the ability to choose whatever she wanted to do. I gave her some units and then just, you know, set them both free in the world. And they were able to do, you know, whatever they saw fit to. And they both managed to get themselves taken prisoner and so on. So that was not particularly good, I gotta say. And I think she actually ended up getting killed as well, which is also hilariously hilariously disappointing, to be honest. I really have no idea why that would have even happened, but yeah, that did, apparently. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to do a little bit of a siege of Castle. And then we're going to... Wait a minute, where are the other things? There they are. Why is that down there? That's kind of weird. Where's the other one? Why did they place this in the trees? Where is it? Do you see it? No, that's my army right there. I don't see where the other icon is. Oh, there it is. Wow. Okay, that's actually really hard to see. Do you see that? Wow. Yeah, when it's blue, it's super hard to see in the shade there. All right, well, nevertheless, we're not really going to go for a full, you know, sort of hard siege right here. We're not going to take down the walls entirely. I'm basically just going to try and weaken the garrison ever so slightly, and then we're going to be heading in there with our siege towers and our battering ram and things like that, because we know from experience that, you know, the places where militia are the majority, we shouldn't have to worry too much about those units. We can pretty much just relax with those, and we don't have to worry about them, you know, absolutely slaughtering us if we were to go into a siege offense. This is actually really bad how they are damaging all of our trebuchets evenly here. If they'd gotten a bit luckier and gotten some extra hits on here, then they would have had us almost dead to rights, and we would have only had one trebuchet up and running. But thankfully, they managed to miss a couple of shots, which definitely made a huge difference. So I'm going to aim for about 550, I think. I could probably go in there right now and probably have a pretty decent time, but I don't really want to take down the walls entirely. That is the main problem here. Look at the walls. Why have they been destroyed so incredibly fast? I have no idea why, but anyway, now that it's daytime, we might as well just go in. Let's just go in and show them who's boss, shall we? Let us do such a thing. And I'm going to try and level up my crossbow skill, of course, because that is what we tend to do in sieges. And I'm actually really liking using the crossbow now, because I know that when I first started in this series, I thought to myself, wow, I'm really bad with the crossbow. And I said to you at the time, I was like, oh yeah, I probably need to do a little bit of practicing, you know, a little bit of practicing with this crossbow. And it seems like I've gotten so nicely used to it now that I should, look at that, I should be able to get headshots almost consistently. And that is actually quite nice, even at range as well, might I add. Not bad. He says as he almost misses that one. That would have been funny. Alright, let's try and kill that one. Yeah, and look at that. Headshots all around. That's what you get. You buy one, you get one free. Nice. There we go. And maybe we can get another one. There we go. Wasn't really going for a headshot there, but the neck is good enough. Nice. Nice. More of this, please. More of this. Oh, yeah. I mean, these are pretty easy because these guys are literally just standing still, so nothing really to worry about there. And we shouldn't have too many difficulties actually taking them down. Even if we hit the neck, that is a one-shot kill. So that's all that we really want to do. And who's that? Oh, I didn't think I was going to hit that one, to be honest. I really didn't think so. Oh, first miss. Wow. Okay, first miss out of 20. Let's see if I can hit every other shot that I make. So far, so good. Oh, hello. You see how bad these guys are? They do no damage. Like, literally no damage. Okay, who's that guy? Ah, that's a crossbowman. Okay, crossbowmen are kind of difficult because they have that weird reloading animation. Yeah, as you can see, look at that. Another missed shot. That's kind of unfortunate. Oh, I missed another one even though he was standing completely still. Wonderful. Now I've totally lost it. I've lost the zone. You know how it is. It's like, I don't want to liken it to such a skillful thing as playing a sport, because let's face it, I'm certainly not playing a sport and I'm far from doing that, but point is, it's like playing a sport. You know, some people get into the zone, so to speak, and you can't stop them. You know, no matter what the opposing team tries to do, you just can't stop that particular player for that short period of time. It's like a hot streak. And then they lose it all of a sudden, and that's exactly what happened there. Although, as I say, I have far less skill playing this game than any athlete on a professional level. Oh, yeah. But it's a relatively similar concept, I guess. Anyway, point is, I think we'll go in through the main gate this time, because we went up the siege tower last time, and I literally fell off because they pushed me, if you recall. And I had a good old rant about how they have collision and generally tend to push me off for some reason. Yes, don't know why that happens. Oh, guys, what are you doing? Come back here. We've got to take down the gates. Come on, guys. There we go. Oh, there's a lot of people. That's probably why they didn't want to head in here, to be honest. I understand now why they didn't want to come in. Okay, come on up. What's my one-handed at, by the way? I don't even know what my one-handed skill is at, so I would like to get like an update on that, if possible. Maybe I can get a couple of extra skill points here, and maybe then just see. I'm not seeing anything right now, because I'm kind of watching to see if people are attacking me. One-handed. Did you see that? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, run, run, run. Okay, wait a minute, wait a minute. Can I zoom back up? That wasn't me in one-handed. That wasn't me. That was Robrick and Egan and and Kiroslava. Okay, well that's hilarious. Okay, apparently I did not get any skill ups. Oh, there we go. 161. Was that 161 or something? Oh well, never mind. It doesn't really matter either way. I mean, I don't really want to use the polearm in this kind of situation because we're pretty safe. You know, we're pretty safe. I usually only like to use that in sieges if I am expecting a lot of damage incoming. And I need to be a little bit safer at long reaches, you know. That's definitely going to make a great deal of sense to use. Oh, hello. Hello there. Let me run. I'm running. Okay, wow, they did no damage. That's exactly the reason why we're able to do this so incredibly easily, because look at these militia. They literally have no damage. If they can hit me on the head, then they're going to deal some damage to me. Absolutely. But if they hit me on the chest... no way, no way. Their weapons and their proficiencies are just not enough to give them that extra damage that they need to penetrate the armor value of my equipment. And I'm actually kind of pleased to see that they kept that kind of formula going in Bannerlord, because that was also how it was in Warband. Although, do bear in mind that some mods might have gone a little too far with that, but it really just depends, because it just means that if you are not able to deal damage to a particular enemy unit as the player character, then that just means that you're going to need to level up a little bit, you know. That's usually how it goes. Alright, there you go. A lovely, lovely capture of Castle, and now we're going to be going on to Omor, because Omor was certainly the other target that I had in mind a couple of episodes back, before we were consistently having to deal with the annoyingness of all of those Battanian armies. So I'm very, very pleased to be able to do that right now. And we are able to do that without any rest time whatsoever, because people, and indeed myself, are all fine. Oh, now what do we have here? Alright, this is actually a pretty interesting situation to be in, because here's the thing. I watched this particular Battanian army run all the way from this location over here. It seems like they have actually taken Takor Castle back, yeah. So that's what they were attempting to do over there. I did not see them go by me, by the way. If I'd seen them go by me, then I would have probably stopped this siege and gone in pursuit. But obviously they were sneaky or something. I don't know. I just didn't see them go by. Thankfully, they have not taken Balgard, which is the main issue there. If they were taking Balgard, then that would be a problem. But as it stands, that's going to be super easy for me to take back. As you can see, Takor Castle only has 131. Shouldn't be too bad. And otherwise, this is a pretty interesting, as I said, this is a pretty interesting circumstance, because what I'm seeing here, from when they appeared on my screen, which was around this location here, they were hemorrhaging units. Look at how many they have wounded. They have run out of food. They are traveling to Epicrotia because we are obviously blockading Omor right now. They are very far away from any kind of resupply route, and we have all the options in the world. We hold all the cards here. So what do we want to do? Well, we have option one, which is to obviously go and attack them while they are weakened. That probably makes the most sense if we are wanting to continue to beat down the Battanians as much as we possibly can, because otherwise they're going to be able to resupply at Epicrotia, they're going to get all the units back up on their feet, and then they're going to come over and probably try and retake the stuff that we've already taken, and so on. But then, we also have another option. The other option is to take Omor almost immediately, so in other words, me just going in straight away, right now, and then after the siege, that is when we attack the Battanians. Now, which one do you think is better? That's the point. Which one do you think is better? Because you've got to take into account that if we were to go into the siege first, then we're going to lose a couple of units to the garrison, because obviously automated garrison things tend to happen, and so on. I think the best thing that we can do is leave right now, even though it's going to take me a little bit of extra time to get those pieces of siege equipment up and running again. But look at this. They mistakenly thought that I was leaving the town. And as a result, they were wanting to go in there to resupply. So that's also something that you've got to bear in mind. They really, really badly want to resupply, but this is not going to happen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say so. person leading the army, or whoever. Many people in the army, actually. They have about 6 or 7 people present in there, which is pretty crazy, actually. Having that amount of vassals in there is kind of insane. Considering they have so few units, I'm actually kind of surprised. But anyway, let's see what I can do here. We're going to... Wow, they really have nothing, don't they? Yeah, this is actually kind of amusing. Okay, I'm hopeful that I will be able to overkill someone so badly that they will maybe end up dying. Nice. No, that was not a kill. As you can tell in the top right, that was not a kill. This is also exactly what I was talking about previously, where I said that I was going to basically go in to attack these kinds of units and these kinds of little, smaller armies, because if we can take out some of these vassals in these kinds of situations, then we're going to maybe have an increased chance of eliminating them, because if you do go for an auto-resolve, it's highly unlikely that they're going to die. Like, you know, it's highly unlikely that they're going to actually be permanently removed from the game. Whoa, did you see that Tetsugen Swordmaster? That was extremely fast. Must have a massive amount of athletic skill. Very, very cool. There we go. I think that is indeed it. I think we can pretty much just, like, you know, we can just press tab now. I mean, I'm not entirely sure whether the game is not thinking that they're all retreating, because they are quite clearly all retreating. I'm actually really surprised that we're being so successful, by the way, with this army composition. Have you noticed what my army composition is, by the way? I literally have no cavalry to speak of. I mean, I think I have a couple, but I don't have anything that is too dramatic or anything like that, so... yeah, that's kind of amazing in itself. I mean, look at this. I have a grand total of 8. Yeah, just that. Just 8 cavalry. That's all. And I'm able to win these battles without a significant amount of cavalry. And I believe the reason for that is the shield wall. The shield wall formation in that previous battle that we had with that 1,000-strong army. That was the reason why we achieved victory there. Because being able to literally be pretty much impenetrable from any kind of attack from the front, and if the enemy has had their cavalry stopped, then our archers are going to be completely unassaulted as well. And that is going to indeed, well, give us the, give us the coup de grace, shall we say, for them. So in other words, we're just going to have ranged that are capable of dealing massive damage to anyone coming in, and we obviously have, well, we pretty much have the, what is it now? The immovable object and the unstoppable force, you know, pretty much something like that. But anyway, that's it. There you go. Super quick, super easy. And we are able to take her prisoner. I think she's actually the leader of a clan. Now, the main problem, as I've said, with executing is that it may cause game instability. I don't know why that is happening, because I don't have any mods that interact with the execution mechanic at all. However, I would assume that it is something to do with the base game thinking or trying to call a function for one of these people, and then them not being there. You know what I mean? So, let's just see. No, she's not even the leader of her own clan, so I will be leaving her well alone. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's go on in to Omor once again, and they will have had a little bit of time to restore themselves, but nothing too dramatic. And I just need to rebuild these pieces of siege, because I am going to... I mean, I'd like to take down the walls, because I'm probably going to be... Oh, hello there. Where are you going? You see that guy? Yeah, he's going with about 400 units. He's going to take Ov Castle, I assume. Is he? Is he? I don't see that. Yes, there we go. Ov Castle has been besieged. Okay, so that probably means that I need to make a move. Okay, let's make a move then. Alright. This is going to be a little bit dicey, because I don't really like going into towns when there are so many people in the garrison. Especially in these kinds of situations. Because if I don't have one of the walls down or both of the walls down, it's going to really... it's going to be a bit hard, you know. Getting the... What's going on here with the walls? They seem so low. Anyway, getting the battering ram to the battlements in one piece is going to be quite difficult, in my opinion. So I'm not entirely sure how that's going to go. Can I kill this guy maybe? There we go. I'm gonna get shot soon, so I actually need to move out of the way. Who am I being shot by? Ah. Trying to use my horse as a little bit of a cover there. Nice. Nice headshot. Nice headshot. If I can keep my mouse in the same exact positioning, I should be able to... This is actually hilarious. No, I moved my mouse by mistake. Okay, well. Ah, there we go. Completely missed it. Nice. This is a good way to farm. This is a good way to farm experience, that's for sure. Okay, let's see. Nice. Okay, there's another one. We have 169 in crossbows, so we're almost at 175. I believe 175 is when I'm actually able to use any crossbow on horseback, which is actually quite amazing. Oh dear. This guy's actually turning the ballista towards me. This might be problematic for me. Nice, take him out. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about this now then. I'm gonna have to get up there, you know? I'm gonna actually just... I don't know whether... Oh, I don't like this. Oh, you know what? I really don't like this. I'm gonna die, okay? I'm gonna literally just say right now, I'm gonna prophesy that I'm gonna die in... Oh, actually, maybe not. I might not, actually. I might not. There we go. All right. I don't know why they let me get in there so easily. All right, hello there. That was actually hilarious. What are you doing? What are you doing, sir? Why are you following me? Oh. 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 Well, that is actually not what I intended to do, but all right. I guess I will take it. I didn't see the hole in the floor there. Yes, that was fantastic. Okay. Well, you can never say that I don't have an adventurous time in the siege, can you? Okay, well, there we are. There we are. All right, let's continue onward. Come on now. Get this gate down, guys. Come on. Oh, I had such an easy time getting inside as well. It would have been so nice if I could have just stayed on the battlements. Oh dear, this is pretty bad. All right, I'm gonna just try and get up here. Nice, nice, nice. There we go, there we go. Just use my speed. Use my really nice short sword here. Okay, so far so good. Let's go up here. And apparently phase through the stairs. Not entirely sure why that happened. The game was like, you're moving too fast. I can't render the stairs fast enough. There we go. But yeah, oh wow, yeah, our people are actually really doing very nicely. They seem to be moving in a perfect... Wait a minute, is this guy... No, did you see that? There was a guy that was literally ragdolled super funnily at the ballista, and I really wanted to see that because that would have been hilarious, but no. Unfortunately, he disappeared just as I went around the battlements right there. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a bit bad. Okay, I'm going to have to be a bit careful here. Can I get out my crossbow? Have I reloaded? Nice. In the neck. No. No shots for you, sir. Oh, look at that guy. Look at that guy. He's hanging... Hey, stop hanging around. Sorry. I had to do it. All right. Yeah, but otherwise... Oh, we're actually taking quite a few casualties. Quite a few casualties here. I'm not a big fan of that. All right, so where's the main battle happening? I'm having too much fun. I need to do a bit more efficient... a bit more efficient killing, I think. Yeah, it's one of these setups where they have, like, double walls. That's actually very effective, in my opinion. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to need to go around this way. Okay. Is this the right... Wow, yeah, this is like a maze. This is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna... Should I jump down there? Should I go down the stairs? There are some stairs here. Okay, let's go down here then. This is that darkened room which I almost got murdered in before. Oh, this is actually not going to lead me anywhere, is it? Too bright. Blinded. Okay, here we go. Jump. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to bring out the Impaler. Because this is technically not the Impaler, though. It's the slashing weapon, but, you know, still. Oh, Wait a minute. A bit too many. This is a bit too many from me, actually. Oh, there's actually a lot of people. Okay. They can't get me here, hilariously enough. No, 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 no. You're not going to throw that at me. You're not going to shoot that either. I'm going to murder. Over here, apparently. My weapon is too short. No, no, no. Don't die. Don't die. Ah. No, 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 no. Okay, wait. Maybe I can dodge. Maybe I can dodge. They can't hit this. They can't hit this. I'm too fast. Too fast, not very furious. Okay, there we go. Oh, he says he's gonna eat my liver with a nice Chianti, eh? Are you? Do you think that's a reference? Do you think that's a reference to that? I actually wonder whether someone on the developer team is like a fan. Maybe. They might be. Okay, wait a minute. Hello. Yes. More damage. More damage taken. Thank you very much. Yeah, that is what you get. Okay, we're actually taking quite a lot of damage. I've got to be a bit careful here. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Can I reload? No, no. I didn't realize he was actually a thrown weapon guy. Nice headshot. Wow, we've got some really nice duels going on here. I actually really like the one-on-one situations the most. I feel like they are super intense and fun. Because especially when I'm at this HP, you really just think to yourself, or at least I do, or one thinks to oneself that I might very well die. I could die at any time, you know what I mean? That really adds a huge amount of tension to the whole thing. Oh, hello. Ah, I see. You have a shield, and you're very good at using it. Oh, murdered. Oh, hello. Oh. Okay. Sure. Fine. Thank you. I thought to myself, oh, hello. There seems to be someone helping me, because I actually thought it was an ally for a second, but no. It was actually an enemy that was coming up from behind. Well, that is to be expected. Okay, so we seem to be a little bit having a couple of issues in this particular bottleneck here. That is the main problem that I'm having right now. But our forces are able to eventually push through, and that is all that I really require. Thank you very much. And there's a lovely victory for us. We did end up losing quite a lot more units than I was really wanting to, but this is the reason why I wanted to eliminate that army beforehand, because if I had done it this way, then I would have lost units in the actual fight, and then I would have lost units to the garrison as well. So we would have ended up being much weaker than we otherwise would have been if we'd gone in, vice versa in the other way, in the other order. Anyway, there you go. That was a wonderful victory for us. And now, or at least I am probably going to be heading on to Ov Castle, and then I'll probably take Takor Castle as well. But for now, that will be the end of this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.